No meet everybody, it is Luna and Athena. How are you all doing? Oh gosh, guys. 20 minutes I've just been filming my blog and I turn it off and I realised that it wasn't recording. I don't know why. As you can see in the bottom corner here, I'm using desktop capture on UCam on my laptop and it's saying it's recording now, so at least I know in future reference, but it has to have that red recording bit at the top. Oh, dearie me. Okay, start again. And I'm probably going to do it a bit more quicker this time because I want to go to bed. But I really wanted to upload this video to you guys. So first of all, I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone that's joined my Pagan Jumble Sale group and to all the people that have messaged me privately. I was saying in my other video a second ago that I really feel the last couple of weeks I've finally kind of become a member of this community and that people are really getting to know me and I'm getting to know them and I'm growing trust with people and actually building friendships with people. There's some really nice people that I've started to get to know and it's just really nice. Before I didn't really register that 39 views meant actually 39 people have watched my video, whereas now it's like I kind of recognize that people are watching my videos and supporting me and I'm supporting them, and yeah, it's just nice. So soppy bit over and done with. It was a lot soppier in my other video, like I was going on for about 3 minutes saying how much I love you all and thank you. So I'm going to say it, I love you and thank you. Right, moving on. I'm going to be talking to you guys today about scam artists, especially in the pagan community, my experience of it, and what I've learned from it, and any tips that I can share with you guys to stop it from happening to you. Because let's face it, it's something that's happening a lot in the pagan community at the moment, and it's not nice. In fact, it's horrible. You get that feeling you get when you're waiting for that person to reply to your message and you realise that moment when you realise, damn it, you're like, shit, I've been fooled. So my experience was a couple of years ago. I was going through my charmed phase and I really wanted a charmed replica book of shadows, and I found someone on Etsy that was selling them for £50. And at this point in my life, I didn't realise that to get a decent book of shadows, you're looking at spending between £100 and £400. So, I'm talking about replica books here, by the way. So that was probably the first light bulb that should have gone off, and it didn't. And this person was really nice. They messaged me straight away. They were really, seemed like a really genuine person. I got to know them a little bit. They told me that they just set up their shop, and it was going really well for them, and they loved it because they liked art and they felt like they were, doing something worthwhile. So the day before I was about to pay the £50, I went on the advertisement again, and I'd noticed that they'd swapped the price from £50 to £350. And I messaged them saying I was just wondering why. And they replied saying that the supplier that they got their materials from had changed their rates, and in order to keep the shop going, they had to raise the prices. Now that's light bulb number two that should have gone off. I should have realised at that point that's a lot of money to jump from 50 to £350. So that was where I was at in that sense. But again, being a bit naive, I messaged them and said, look, I'm really sorry, I can't afford 350. And then they replied saying, no, it's okay, you only have to pay 50 because, that's what we had discussed. So, oh, sorry. I paid the £50 and I got a response saying that Etsy had declined it. So they'd asked me if I could pay through PayPal. Now, I didn't mind that because I use PayPal for eBay and other things. And when they asked me, rather than pay through the goods, I paid through the personal one so that I paid the tax. Again, I didn't mind because that's something I'm used to doing. So I paid them the money, and I think altogether it must have been, I think it was about £70 altogether, or £60–70. And this person lived in England, so they said it will take 3 days to get to you. So I was like, oh, brilliant. And in this time, they'd been sending me pictures of the book and all this and that, and it was really going well. 3 days went by, and I hadn't heard anything. So I just messaged saying, oh, hi, how are you doing? Just wondering how the book's getting on. When will it be here? And they replied straight away saying, apologising, saying that they'd suddenly had a massive rush of people making orders, and some of the stuff was down. Oh, God, so I'm yawning. I'm really sorry. It's really rude to yawn. They'd had like loads of orders come through, and there'd been an error or something, and something was up. So they were like, please don't worry, we'll have it sent to you by the end of the week on Friday. So I think it was like Monday when I got this message. So that weekend, or that Friday, I'd forgotten to message because I was going away, and I didn't get back until the Tuesday. So you can agree with my expression that when I turned up to find that the book hadn't arrived on the Tuesday, I was a little bit annoyed. So I, being patient and being quite polite about it, I just said, look, no disrespect, but you told me it was going to be here on Friday. It's not here. It's Tuesday. What's going on? They responded to me within the next day, and they told me that they were now sending all the books out at the same time as everyone, and that it would be on the 10th of February. Now, that was in about 2 weeks' time. There wasn't really a lot I could do. I'd paid, so I just kind of thought, right, okay. I wasn't happy about it, but I remember replying to it saying, right, fine, okay, thanks. And then on the 10th of February, I was like a hawk. And I remember going onto the Etsy listing and realising that this person had deleted their Etsy account. There was nothing, the for sale had gone off. Like, they'd taken everything for sale off their site. And I thought, something's up. Something's not right here. So I messaged them saying, my book isn't here. It's been 2 weeks. I'm really annoyed now. And I've seen that you've closed your shop on Etsy. Please tell me what's going on. And that was it. I had no response. It was 2 days, 3 days. I didn't get a response. So I was like, sod this. So I got in touch with Etsy. And Etsy responded and said, unfortunately, because I'd gone outside of Etsy to buy the item, there wasn't a lot I could do. Or there wasn't a lot they could do. Well, they couldn't do anything. And they suggested that I get in touch with PayPal. When I got in touch with PayPal, PayPal said the same thing. They said because I'd sent the money as personal goods and not as the other one, the tax one, I can't remember what it's called, like an item that you're buying from someone, that again, there was nothing they could do. So that's probably where people would draw a line, and people would accept that they've been scammed and kind of try and move on from it. Me, I'm a little bit of a nutter. And I was like, no, I am not being scammed. No. So then I started digging, and I started doing as much research as I could possibly do. And I don't mind showing you this. I mean, oh, not that. I will say now that I'm not naming, I've chosen not to name and shame the person because I don't want drama on my doorstep, and because I've seen what happens when people do those kind of videos, and sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. And, I'm not going to lie, I was really, really tempted because I found out the other day that this son of a bitch is still selling pagan things through eBay. I was fuming about it, to be honest. But, what can you do? So, that being said, what I'm going to show you now, I can show you. It has got a name on it, but as I found out, it's a fake name. So, it's fine. So, this was our conversations that we were having, anyway. So that was all the information I had. All I had was Tracy Harkins and Hidden Treasures 90. So I started typing that into the internet. Nothing. I couldn't find absolutely anything. The only thing I could find was the Etsy link, and obviously that had been deleted because the douche had deleted their Etsy account. So then I went onto PayPal and I looked at the PayPal email address that was linked with the person I'd sent it to. And I looked at it and I realised that it was a different name. And I thought, that's a bit strange. Maybe they've got someone, maybe they're using their mums or their sisters or whatever. Maybe they're using a family member's email address. So I put that email address and again, nothing. So then I ended up taking just the name from the email address and putting that in. And that's when I started to find this person out. I found this person had YouTube. I ended up finding their mobile number. I found their address. I found pretty much everything you could think of on the internet. It's a very scary world because you can find so much on the internet just from entering a name. So I sent this person a very sarcastic text saying something along the lines of, could you please go onto your Etsy? And then I emailed the Etsy account saying, by now you would have received my text message. I know who you are and where you live, and I have your number. If you do not put my money back in my bank account within the end of the day, I will go to the police. Within about 25 minutes, I think it was, my money was back in my bank account. So, woo! Spam detective. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know why I'm doing Indiana Jones. But yes, I was very proud of myself because I'd managed to get out of that situation. So, tips for you all. Some of them are really obvious. The first one is, if you're buying from Etsy, pay through bloody Etsy, and don't make the same mistake I did. Don't go onto PayPal and pay through PayPal. And if you do have to pay through PayPal, do not pay for the personal one. Pay for the goods. And just tell the person that you're buying it from, I'm sorry, I will pay the extra £2 more so that you don't get taxed, or you still get paid the same amount. Because if you get scammed off this person and you do the personal, you've got no chance. PayPal won't refund you. I've been scammed through eBay before with PayPal, and they've been brilliant, and they've paid me back straight away. The company, like eBay, PayPal, have paid me back straight away, and they've dealt with the situation. Whereas in this example, Etsy and PayPal were useless. Neither of them could help me, and I was on my own completely. So that's tip 1. Tip 2. Look at the pictures that these people send you. These are the pictures. Oh, is it frozen? These are the pictures that were sent to me. So we've got this one. This one. This one. That one. And that one. Now, as you can see, this book here is not the same as that book. Neither, if we zoom in here, can you see the book here? Yeah. Not the same as that one. This one has been taken off the internet. So look, make sure you check the pictures. Make sure that this person has their hand in it or something, or the pictures look all the same and they don't look different like that, because I was stupid enough to just, I don't know how I could have been stupid enough to not think something was up from that, but And the last tip is, I guess, just be careful. I mean, the scary thing for me is that I gave this person my name, my address, everything. Because when you pay for something you're sending that person your address. So they have everything on you. And if I could find this person's number and where they live just by their name, imagine what people can do with a number and an address. Like, it's internet is a scary thing. It's very scary. So that's my experience of scam, and I hope it's helped some of you. And I hope some of you will be a bit more careful in future. And if you're listening to this and you have been scammed, and it sounds familiar to what's happened to me, but it's a little bit different, or you've got another tip that you want to share, then please either do a video response, a VR, or comment so that people that are watching this video can scroll down and read your tips, because I think it's a really important message to send out to people. I think we should all kind of stick together, especially, like I said, it's happening quite a lot at the moment. One in particular actually is the Hecate Coven scam. If I can get it up. This lady has been broadcasted all over the pagan community. You'll probably recognise it once I go on the link. And my coven that I'm part of, well, it's an online thing, Order of the Purple Cord, a group that I'm part of. She was in contact with our group for a while, and we actually nearly did our training with her. Well, some of us in the group did, anyway, I didn't. And she has done the same thing that the scam artist did to me. So changed their name so that they can't be found, and then created different profiles. And then when the person's gone to buy something, they have deleted their profile. So this is on the internet. You just have to type in on Google Hecate Coven scam, and it comes up on the same thing. I've actually spoken to a couple of people that were unfortunate enough to be scammed by this lady. But then on the flip side, I've also heard people that have actually bought things off her successfully, and they've been fine. They may have been a couple of days late, but they received them. And this site has actually been updated recently. I'm just reading it here. We have been contacted by Howard's husband, who's given us his side of the story. It says that she only had 3 PayPal claims. Once she paid back, one was decided in her favour, and the other was just balanced even to both parties. A claim buy was only decided because she claimed she did not receive her books and stuff ordered, and Howard did not have her tracking order info. That's to do with, whatever. That's the fact, updated, so the husband's kind of defended her. However, she was setting up a college, and she never had a qualification. She was never deemed high priestess. So that's a scam in itself. I'm just looking on this. See, people do background checks as well. Even in our own path, there are people who have bad intentions. There is warning about one such person. So is this another person that's was scamming? There's loads of them. Who's this person? Maybe I think that's the same one. So yeah, just be sensible and know the signs. Is that the same one? Be safe, most importantly. We're all there to help each other and to support one another. So that's that really. So that's my blog done. I can tell it's recording. I'm going to be so annoyed if it's not. Tell you, I'm not doing it again. And it's actually come to the same amount of time, really. In fact, I've got 15 seconds to spare. So thank you again for all the support you guys have been giving me. I love you lots, and I've got some more really good videos coming along. One actually where you're probably going to go, what is she going on about? Because, you know, I need some help. I need some help with this next video that I'm doing, because I'm muddled by it, completely confused. But anyway, I'm going to shut up because I don't want to ruin this video. I'm at the very end, and you know when you just talk for the sake of talking, I feel like I'm doing that. So I'm going to love you and leave you. I hope you're all okay. Thank you for listening and for not watching, and for, oh, that's an important thing I said in my video before, actually, that I haven't said in this one. Thank you guys. I just want to say thank you, because, do you know, like, it must be quite boring just sitting and looking at a computer screen and not actually watching anything. The fact that you guys are watching my videos and just listening to my voice, it means a lot to me. So thank you for that as well. And I will try my hardest to try and make my videos more interesting. And as soon as my books arrive and I can do some more show and tell videos and my room's fixed, I'll be on it like Sonic, I promise you. Okay, right, love and light to you all. I hope you're okay, and sending lots of healing. Bye!